Hey everybody, it's John Broadwell, creator of the Serial Wombat Open Source Project and a consultant at my company, Broadwell Consulting Inc. I just want to let you know that the Serial Wombat 8B backpack boards are now available on Amazon. They've been sent in and moved through the distribution network and are available for a quick delivery. So just wanted to put up the video that will be accompanying these on the Amazon listing. There's a link down below if you want to buy one of these boards, which can convert almost any existing PCB to an I2C compatible device. So thanks again for everybody's support. Have fun and keep making stuff. And here's the commercial video. The Serial Wombat Backpack PCB0036 is an I2C based I/O expander designed to add I2C connectivity to existing boards or consolidate front panel user interface connections. An onboard Serial Wombat 8B chip allows offloading of real-time tasks such as button debouncing and transition counting, glitchless rotary encoder reading, or analog input averaging and filtering. This allows powerful user interfaces to be created without the need to constantly monitor attached inputs. Multiple wiring options simplify your project's wiring by effectively creating I2C connected subsystems. Each backpack board has 8 input-output analog connections, 8 dedicated ground connections, and 8 connections which can become VDD, ground, SCL, or SDA through solder jumpers. Broadwell Consulting Inc. developed our own solder jumper design that's exceptionally easy to close, even for beginners. It should be considered one-time use. Typically, you can close it once, then remove the solder to reopen the jumper, but this often destroys the delicate traces that make up this small solder jumper, so you won't be able to close it again a third time. Combined with each I/O port's ability to sync or source 8 milliamps, nearly any pre-existing board with 8 or fewer I/O signals can be adapted to I2C. The bottom connector row provides 2 sets of power and I2C connections to make daisy chaining multiple boards easy. Onboard power LED and 2200 ohm I2C pull-up resistors can be enabled through solder jumpers, so you don't have to add external components. The backpack board is one of a family of Serial Wombat 8B boards that all use the same firmware images and Arduino, MicroPython, or C# libraries to command them. Any combination of Serial Wombat boards can be simultaneously used in the same circuit. Here are some examples of how a backpack board can be used. 8 buttons can be debounced with individual transition counts and hold timing over I2C. 16 individual wires for 8 buttons are reduced to 4, leading back to the host. By configuring edge holes for power and ground using solder jumpers, this off-the-shelf joystick board can provide 2 analog axes and 5 buttons over a 4-wire I2C connection. This combination matrix keypad and OLED board already needs I2C, but requires 8 additional I/O lines for keypad scanning. By offloading the matrix keypad scan to the Serial Wombat chip, only 4 wires are needed to drive the display and the keypad, and the host is relieved of having to do the matrix keypad scanning. This combination rotary encoder and OLED board would require 9 wires for its display, 3 buttons, and knob. But a Serial Wombat backpack allows it to connect with 4, while offloading the monitoring of knob rotation to the Serial Wombat firmware. The board's SCL and SDA lines were in the middle in this case, so 2 short jumper wires were connected from the configurable side connections to the unused I/O positions. TM1637 displays are great for showing numerical data. The Serial Wombat backpack board can control and wire 4 of them over a single I2C connection. Character generation, segment blinking, and animation can be handled locally by the Serial Wombat firmware. This greatly reduces the number of I2C packets necessary to display something compared to a standard dumb GPIO expander. In addition to general I/O and smart pin modes, each board can also provide up to 8 PWM outputs, all at different frequencies. This is ideal for audio tone generation, analog meter displays, or varying LED intensity. Low-frequency PWM is possible to facilitate LED blinking. Each board can also provide up to 8 analog inputs, each with averaging, filtering, outlier rejection, onboard transform algorithms, and more. A pulse-on change pin mode can blink an LED or chirp an audio output when an input, such as a rotary encoder or keypad key, changes. This eliminates the need for the host to do this in a time-constrained manner. A variety of images are available to download to the Serial Wombat 8B chip in order to support different pin modes. Custom builds are also possible that combine the pin modes you need in the Serial Wombat chip's limited flash memory. By default, the front panel build is loaded into the backpack board. This is different than some of the other SW8B boards, which have the default image. The open source firmware on the Serial Wombat 8B chip is frequently updated and can be downloaded in circuit using the I2C bootloader from an Arduino or MicroPython sketch. Extensive examples come with the libraries, and online tutorial videos and sample projects are released frequently. Connecting your interface hardware through Serial Wombat Backpack simplifies your project's wiring and also its software architecture. Front panels that use the Serial Wombat interfaces become portable subsystems that can be moved from project to project. Take advantage of these unique capabilities today by adding Serial Wombat technology to your project.